Hello and welcome back to another episode of Viva Enthusiast. Now today we're going to continue with our H.Upmann Connossieur line. And on today's menu we will sample the second release of the line, and the first of the alphabeticals, the H.Upmann Connossieur A. Like I said, this was the second in the Connoisseur line, and it's actually the first to carry that band, so I'll just roll it along there for you. So H.Upmann Connie 1 only had, see, the top band. They created a second bottom to conclude together with Connoisseur A. So it was the first one to support this lovely looking band, and some know, some I hate, but you know, that's them. Now this was released in 2013 and is a Genius, which is a Robusto Extra Vitola. It's actually just lovely to hold actually. This is 5.5 inches by 52 ring gauge. I'm not quite sure why yesterday I said 50. The Connie 2, I said one's a 53 inch. I always get the Connie A and the Connie 2 mixed up. I always get them mixed up, but no, the 53 inch is that new cigar, which I can't remember where it is now, when it came out in 2020, but it will come to me later. Now I have a Cohiba Genius. I haven't yet sampled it yet, but I will be running a vlog on that later on the yeah, watch out for that one. That'll be a good one as well, so that will also be in the blog. Now other cigars that are in this Vitola shade, obviously the Cohiba Maduro Genius, the La Gloria Cubana Belux #1, which is original for Belgium, Luxembourg, so forth. That was in 2011, and 2 from Ramon Iones. The first is the Sur, which is original for Lebanon, which was in 2014, and the other one is the Hermitage, which is original for Russia, and that came out in 2017. I haven't actually seen any of them actually in pictures, but I don't think I've seen any of them. Maybe the LGC Belux, maybe not. I think the Conno I've seen before, but I'm not sure the Hermitage, the Russian one. I'm not sure. Like the Russian regionals are ridiculously hard to get hold of. They're just very scarce and quite expensive, but they have some special. I can't remember the other one now. There's another one that I saw a few months back. Looked fantastic. I can't remember what it was now, but yeah. So look out for those. Now it's said to be a mild smoke. I've literally been ignoring what anyone has said about Connoisseur line. I thought I'm just gonna go with my open self and see. It's got a nice triple cap. It's not tight. Not necessarily tight, but it's tidy. Veins and seams, long veins and seams, but it's a tidy, pleasant wrapper. Colorado. It actually feels quite fatter now, and I'm feeling it. I mean, yes, the Connie 2 was a 51 inch, and you know, it was a 5.25 inches. This is, you know, another quarter of an inch longer, but a whole gauge longer. It just feels so much more fatter. I mean, it's really nicely packed, this 52. So let's cut and light. Way easier than the Connie 2. That was a bit of a difficult light, so it's cut it beautifully. Look at that, absolutely beautifully. Good pack on that. So if anyone has had any of these and anything in the Connoisseur line, write in the comments as well what you think of them, and you know, whether they hit expectations or were they underwhelming. Did they better your expectations? You know, Connie 2 I had was fantastic. Connie 1 I think maybe needs a bit more time. Like I said, it is an extension of a H.UHC at Afgharana. Connie 2 was fantastic, quite sublime, great cigar. And now the Connie A is the one I always get mixed up for the Connie 2, but people have said this is really good, so we'll see. Oh yeah, I did smell it beforehand, so you smelled straight away. It smelled like he'd come out of the farm. It was very agricultural, that grass, you know, tobaccos, and had a bit of hay as well. Now it had this really really nice feel. When you rub it against your nose, it was like sort of like a velvet touch. It was such a nice feel when you're smelling it. It just makes you feel almost like your head on a pillow. It just gave that sort of feeling. It was just very nice to feel when you're rubbing your nose. And you know, sometimes some wrappers can feel rough, but it just felt very nice and gave you that sort of sleepy, dreamy effect. It was reminds me, like I said, with the White Churchill and even the Connie too, where it gave that sort of easy, pleasant duvet feel. This gave that sort of feel on the nose. Lovely, so we're lit. So I noticed as well, we have a troll in our on the channel, and he likes to complain but never good things, but he never puts his money where his mouth is. So well, new base, if you want to keep trolling, but put your money where your mouth is, son. You should know where things are. So let's get this one started. Very delightful off, toasty, very grassy, bit of spice in there. It's got ground black pepper, it's got that chili powder, toasty, very grassy. It's a bit different actually in that H.Upmann typical blend profile that I was saying to you in the Connie 2 and the Connie 1. It's a little bit more different in this one. It's more strong on that grassy element. It's very grassy, creamy as well, lovely creamy. It's subtle black peppers, subtle black pepper, subtle chili pepper. It's a much different chili pepper to the Connie 2, much different ground red chili pepper, and sort of almost a cayenne pepper has come in there as well. That's what I was getting. Lovely, lovely start. Cedars is coming through now. It's a lovely start. Burner's gone a bit, like, you know, there was no blemishes on the foot or anything, so it's perfectly been kept, stored. So yeah guys, that's a start. It's a good draw. See, it's super packed there though. It's a good draw, good output. It's not as good as the Connie 2. I did prefer the Connie 2 more, but the drawing is pretty much the same, perfect. So yeah, I'll come back a bit later and let you know how you get on. So guys, we're back. Just gonna start second, third. Look at that ash, pennies and dimes, whitish grey. It's absolutely fantastic. Really is fantastic construction on this. It's pretty great. I'm gonna do a draw. I'm hoping the ash is not gonna fall off of me. See that? It's coming off quite nice. Now, the reason why I'm doing it here, normally I just kind of go a bit into second, it's kind of going a bit one way. So where earlier I said it had that grassy note, that Upmann profile with that grassy note has really calmed down. And what's come of it, that it was the black peppers, the chili powder pretty much relaxed, the cayenne pepper was a bit more there with the black pepper, but what then started getting was a nougat feeling. There was a nougat taste there. It was nice, that, you know, that nougat. I'm not a great fan of nuts and that type of thing, but nougat is a very pronounced flavour profile. You know it when you've got it. It's a very nice sort of nut nougat flavour. But that quickly went, which was disappointing because it was a nice little touch of taste, you know. Whereas like you would have a bit of nutmeg or something, that it has a nice bit of touch of taste, just a dash maybe of nutmeg or so. Quite early, it then came with earth. And as it's come with the earth, it's relaxed off the pepper, it's relaxed off that spice, that nougat has gone, and it's just literally been some cedar as well. They had some cedar as well that was mixed in around with that nougat, which is quite lovely. It's just been earth. Now the burn, I'm just looking at it, the burn is a little bit jagged really. When it's burning fine, it's a little bit jagged. I'm hoping it's not going to drop on me right now. Lovely. So I could take a picture of that. So it's just earthy really. Yeah, this is why I'm doing it now, because it might go straight on and it might just stay this way. So that's why I thought, let me document that now before not sort of forget, but do you know what I mean? I can remember it. So yeah, it's just turning earthy right now. It's doing this little leaning tower of Connie thing. But yeah, definitely Connie 2 at this stage was more entertaining. So we'll see how the rest of it goes on. So I'll catch you, probably going to catch you much later on now. If it changes max in the second third, I'll come back and document, but I'm probably going to come back a bit more to the last third, and I'll just let you know how it's getting on in the last third and how we got in the second if anything major happens. So I'll catch you guys in a bit. Hello friends, so we are back right on the band. Ash just dropped off, just relit it. While we're here now, let's do a band test. So I'm going to try and peel this away. Oh, easy, very easy. You can see that. Oh, just had to. Bloody habanos. So 9 out of 10 for the band. That is the Connoisseur A. And no second third update because nothing's been going on. I'm just getting earth. It stayed very, oh, it's quite tight there. Alright, we're going to do this online right here, so you can see that a little bit. I'm going to pour this out to see if it gives us anything. Before this, just earth. Oh, I don't think it's going to put it out. I think I might have to get my tweezers. Yeah, I don't want to, I can, and probably more will come out, but I'm going to leave it as it is. I've just got an earth. Steady Eddie, really stayed in its lane. Nothing has come out, just earth really. I have to say I'm kind of disappointed. The draw, the construction and the burn line is holding the points through. And the finish is just obviously it's normal, it's nice, it's a nice finish, you know, easy going. You know, the earth comes out. It's those points that are holding this through really. Earth, the draw's good, output's good, burns a bit quicker again, blah blah blah. There's a slight bit of peppers, black pepper, ground, and earth. Yeah, I have to say I'm kind of disappointed when it's like, for how it started so differently to Connie 2, and knowing this is much older in that it's been in the series for much longer, expecting more, but maybe that's why they made Connie 2. Having had this, it makes me think, is this the reason why now they made the Connie 2? Steady Eddie. So I'll roll up some numbers. Burn, we have 4.5 out of 5. Construction, 5 out of 5. No problems. Ash draw, output, no issues whatsoever. Yes, it is ever so packed quite slightly, but I've not had no issues with it. I mean, I'm sure if I wouldn't necessarily get I would get the perfect draw to kind of just, you know, rod it a little bit, and I would get the tweezer and just pick out little bits of the tweezer. I thought that would be better than I feel like the rodding, too much rodding will just kind of break away that combustion, cut the fuel line. Fuel profile, fuel crisis and all that going on, just burn line. Flavor profile, 3.5 out of 5. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit, even this kind, it's probably 3, but I give it the 0.5 because of the early flavors. The early flavors are like nougat, the chili pepper, the cayenne pepper, the ground black pepper, the cedars, that grassy flavor notes of that first verse. So that's why I gave the 0.5. Transition, 3 out of 5. Maybe a bit too kind on that, but it's just one-way traffic. And finish, 4 out of 5. Which may be a little bit too high as well. Maybe it's probably about a 3.5, 3.8. But, you know, I've given it. Yeah. Just Earth again. I gotta say, I'm disappointed. I mean, don't get me wrong, is it bad? No, it is not bad. It's not bad. However, having the Connie 2 previously, you get a bit, you know how it is as a cigarian, you get a spot for choice. You have a good one from a certain line, and you're like, oh, this other one, surely it's gonna keep up. It's gonna be keeping up with it. This hasn't kept up with it. This is definitely the worst of the threes. I have to say, Connie 1, which I thought, I won't say it's young, because it isn't young, just hasn't maybe developed out a bit as much, but this definitely, I got this the exact same time as the Connie 1s, because this and the Connie 1s was missing to the lineup. I already had the Connie Bs, I got a couple more Connie Bs extra, but I wouldn't put them through, but I'll use the early ones, and the Connie Bs and Connie 2s I had first, and then I managed to get these 2 in. So yeah, overall 4 out of 5, 20 out of 25. So it's good. It's a good cigar. Definitely not great. It could maybe be great. That earlier introduction and third showed things where it could be, but it's transitioned one-way traffic with one flavour. So it's a bit of a Jeremy Clarkson on that bombshell. You know, yeah, I don't know, I'm a little bit lost for words. I don't know what to really say. Just disappointed. I'm a bit disappointed with it. It's good, but it's just the Connie 2 wipes this off any day of the week. I'd rather have a box of Connie 2s. I still have one more of these, so I'll go through. I'll probably let next year now. I'll leave it for next year. Let it develop a lot more longer. But you know, I got these, you know, about 4 months on them, I think, extra from Hummy, like the Connie 1s. Whereas the Connie 2s and Connie B have had a good solid 10 months. So that extra 6 months might have had some changes with it. But yeah, guys, so I'm gonna wrap that up there. I'll finish going on with this. I'll finish it off. But I think the score isn't really going to change much more than that. So the review for the Connoisseur A is a 20 out of 25. Good, but definitely not reaching above the big boys. And definitely is lacking majorly compared to the Connie 2, and is lacking compared to the original Connoisseur number 1. So yeah, so hope you like that. Please like, share, and subscribe, and watch out for the next one that's coming up, which is the final in the lineup, the biggest of the lineup as well, which is the La Casa de Habano Special Connoisseur B. So yeah, we're going over that one. See you soon. Catch us again. Viva.